Hello survivors, hello, welcome to the stream guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you're having a good day, feeling good, sounding good. We're going to be going over the information about Negan. I'm just going to be kind of breezing over it in a video, sorry, in today's stream, and I'm going to make a video on it in a bit more detail, probably tomorrow. Just going into like the how to get Negan, but from first look, it looks reasonably accessible, which I think has quelled a couple of people's fears on Awakening, which is good. I think there is also some extra information in there, which is kind of nice. So yeah, we'll go over that in just a minute. In just a minute. Welcome to the stream. Top 3 of the stream are Wheelie Boss, Bretland, and Weird Girl. Welcome into the chat, guys. I do hope you're having a great day. We also have Cortland Cartwright, who risked it all and got blocked by YouTube, but I unblocked it for this time, just this one time. What's up, Valiant, as well? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Keith? Christian, hello, hello. Lockdown plays RTS again. When do we get to see a War stream? War stream would be exclusively on my War channel, which actually kind of blew up randomly. My first video just got over 1,000 views, just completely randomly. I was watching the view counter, and it was doing okay for first ever release of a video, and then YouTube just like, yeah, we're gonna promote this video. That was like 5 days after I released it, and it just got 1,000 views. It was nice. So yeah, I plan to do a live stream on there. Hopefully, air quotes, soon. I'll try and organize it for a day. I've got a lot to do. I don't really know how I do a live stream in that game, but in terms of what I show and what I do, but maybe a day I've got to tier up characters or something. I don't know. Good. Thank you very much, Christian. 8 months at tier 2. Support the lockdown career. I do appreciate it. I do really appreciate it. Hey, what's up, Sean? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. And what's up, Kathy? Hope you're having a good day, guys. So, we'll look into the information in just a second. Take the welcome message off the screen. It was hidden behind the notification. Thank you very much again, Christian, for the continued support. I do really, really appreciate that. All of you green names in chat, new and old, thank you very much. Thank you ever so much. Who else do we have? Let me read some of these comments. Plays. Okay, yeah. War stream will be on the War channel. I promise. It may not be super soon, but actually, I probably will do one in the next 2 weeks. I think I've got a video coming out tomorrow on that channel, talking about a new game mode stuff that's coming in that game. But yeah. Willie only beat me because I liked the stream before typing. Yeah, I saw it like instantly before I had any viewers. I was like, oh, someone's keen, and I do appreciate that. Look, we getting comp for Golden Gate, but are the accounts going to keep the stuff that are running back? They can't roll back accounts a whole week. I wouldn't like them to do that to me. Even if I did get something pretty good out of it, that would be rough. Like, honestly, that would make people quit the game. And as much as they got a massive advantage and that can make people annoyed, rolling back people for an entire week is just... that just can't happen. Like, they're going to miss out on parts of the event. Their whole roadmaps will be reset. They won't have the collectibles to even do the event. They can't realistically do that. The compensation is not great. Let's be honest, the compensation is not great. Especially considering the way it's worded, that everyone who actually got the golden tickets out of the gate aren't going to get a compensation. That means they could have definitely boosted that compensation even higher. Like, one of the risks, not risks, but like, one of the downsides of a lot of compensations, it goes to the people who got benefit from the gate in the first place. If they can block it, they should have bumped that compensation up massively. I think this just kind of brings attention to the fact of what I said before. We don't really have that many top-end rewards in the game. It's just ultra and ultra tokens and advanced tokens. They don't really have much else they can give us, right? So if there's only those things, unless they give us massive amounts, it's never going to feel amazing. So yeah, I like, what would have you been happy with? What would have made you happy? They got $300 worth of like collectible items and got the entire event on that side of things just completed instantly. I don't think every other player could have realistically got enough to be happy with that. 1 free Clem. See, I wouldn't have been happy with that. I've got Clem already. 1 free Clem. What's up, J Floyd? Welcome to the stream. And thank you very much, Valiant. Cheers for the vids. You know what? You're welcome. No, I was trying to think of something else to say. I couldn't. Like, it's just kind of like, yeah, that's what I do. I couldn't think. I couldn't think. 2 things. First, the compensation for the gate is underwhelming at best. Yeah. Second, how long will it take to get Awaken Negan? We're gonna go over it in just a second. I'm just gonna use all my SR energy so I can come back to the game with it refreshing. The comp is truly awful. I mean, it's not awful. It is something. But it isn't any, like, if we got that compensation because we couldn't log in for 4 hours, I think most people would be pretty happy with that. The compensation is awful to what we're comparing it to, which was, oh damn, huh? Yeah, it's what we're comparing it to, which is people who got, what? They got, like I said, like $300 worth of a collection item. That's what's awful. The comparison. The actual rewards itself aren't that bad. Especially ultra tokens. Free to play do not get ultra tokens very easily. So 10k is pretty good. But like I said, like what would have felt better? Like how much would have you been like, yeah, that's enough? And then you've got to think, would it be realistic for Scopely to give out that much? Probably not. You know? I think I would have been happy with like 6 ultra pulls. I think 6 ultra pulls for everybody would have been like legit, but then 6 ultra pulls is just never gonna happen. So it's just one of them things. Unfortunately, it's a crappy situation. That's why the mentality around gates is always, if there's a gate, take advantage. Just take advantage straight away. They might fix it, but if they don't, you know, you're gonna come out of it looking good. I bet there are some people who didn't take advantage because they were like, oh, I don't think this is working properly or something. And they're not even going to get the compensation now, because they won't get the comp if they didn't, even if they didn't claim, because it's about them having the original tickets, nothing else. That's rough. There were good people, and let's take a moment of silence to remember these people. And there definitely would be one person out there that happened to. Let me see. High lock, no rollback. Yeah. What's up, Steve? But supposedly they don't get the wonderful compensation. Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. Like I said, the compensation is good. It just isn't good in comparison to what we're getting, what the other people got for the gate. That's it. That's the only issue I've got. I'm not gonna complain about 10k advanced, 10k ultra, 50k of the gold mythic tokens, 100k silver mythic tokens, whatever it is, on just a regular basis, like just a random thing. But for compensation for what they got, yeah, I can understand it. They get to keep 300, 350 worth, and we get, yeah. I mean, I think the value of what we get is probably around about $80 or something like that, maybe. So in terms of pure value, obviously it's nowhere near, but yeah, it's about probably, I would say, a quarter. 75. It's to be fair, we're getting about a quarter of the value of what the original gate is. Honestly, I'm surprised in terms of pure value. That's kind of surprising to me, but yeah. The most decent thing they could have done is given us 300 tickets at least. See, that's what I mean. They're never gonna do that. That would absolutely, like, and what you've got to understand from their perspective is, if they gave everyone 300 tickets, they actually, this is how companies work, right? They have this idea, this event's going to make us this much money, and then when it doesn't make them that much money, they have to do something afterwards to make up for that money that they didn't make. So if they gave out all that compensation and they didn't make that money, we'd have some crazy shit happen in about a month's time, guys. Like, remember how it used to be back in the day when, like, you could tell a character didn't sell very well, and then the next week there was some crazy stuff that happened in the game in terms of, like, what they were selling, or, you know, we get some crazy character because they had to sell something by the end of the quarter or something like that. It was, once upon a time, it was nuts in RTS. Fortunately, we don't have those fills at the moment, but yeah. One pull each. One pull on each. Jesus, someone catch me. I'm one pull on each. Yeah, that's all we got. Indeed, it's not amazing for sure. It is not amazing. I I've got so many things in my inbox. There is something you can claim on the web portal right now, guys. This has about 5 hours left or something, 6 hours. You can claim this if you need the energy. I just claim it no matter what, just in case you need it. It's on the web portal, free claim. 25 flares, 30 heart sunglasses. I'm going to have to complete a roadmap today because I haven't done it. And it's the flare roadmap on the left-hand side. I've got 4 hours to do it and I haven't even started. So I'm going to have to complete that on today's stream. I don't think there's anything else that I have to complete today. Joshua's meat cleaver. Pop till you drop. Yeah, I've got to get this one done. Oh, wait. Do we get it back or we spent energy? We spent energy. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. There we go. I've just got to do... I've got to do the other things. I have done some of it. But these have got a week left. So we're good on these. I don't have to go too crazy on these. This is the important one. Flare Fest roadmap ends tonight. So if you haven't done it yet, guys, get that done. You've got 420 left, and not the good kind of 420. the bad kind. The bad kind of 420. Okay, let's get the information up on the screen. Let's go. Jump over to the web portal. And we'll check out the blog. We'll go over the compensation post first because I think there is one. Yeah, there we go. They don't use art for the compensation stuff. They should just have a stock image for the art because it just looks so bad. If they don't use any art. That's just me being. Okay, there we go. Okay, throw it up. There we go. Compensation. We'll read through it first. I didn't fix the alignment on my stuff. It is what it is. It is what it is. It'll be cut off a little bit on the right-hand side, but, you know, I'll fill in the gaps when I read it out. Okay, it says golden tickets issue compensation info. Wait, why is my light suddenly bright? Hey survivors, we would like to express our sincere appreciation for your patience and understanding in regards to the issue that occurred with the 8th anniversary golden tickets. We understand that the situation may have been frustrating. As a token of apology, we will be compensating the unaffected players who did not have or use. Okay, actually people who didn't use golden tickets will still get it from previous events in the golden ticket grey market. But I mean, like, which one would you prefer? Anyway, with 10,000 ultra mythic tokens, 10,000 advanced mythic tokens, 50,000 gold mythic tokens, 100,000 silver mythic tokens, and 2 random paragon mods. Oh, okay, there's mods in there as well. So yeah, I think $75 is probably a fair valuation for that, right? So they've given us roughly a quarter value compensation, which is, I'll be honest, I'm still surprised, but it still doesn't feel good enough. You know, it's just one of them things. The compensation will be sent no later than Monday next week. Once again, we appreciate your patience and understanding regarding the matter. Thank you for your continued support. So yeah, not ideal, but it is some compensation. You know, people troll and joke about compensation in RTS, about getting like a bloody shirt and a grenade and stuff like that. This definitely isn't a bloody shirt and a grenade, but it still doesn't feel amazing as much as it is some compensation. You. Bored of you twitching we can read. I mean, some people can't. That's why some people like listen to our content. It's because they don't have time or don't want to read stuff. It's all good. Okay, Negan Mythic Awakening info. They took the baseball bat out of Negan's hand in his eye. It looks so strange. I just realized that. I'm just like, why does this look weird? He has not got Lucille in his hand. I know why they've done it is so that because it takes up a lot of the image on the screen. Like if we go back to my thumbnail, you can see I have to position stuff in a certain way because it just gets in the way. But it's still, like, I didn't realize why does this look weird, and now I do. Now I know. Okay, let's get into the information. It says, hello survivors, we've got a super awesome update to the Walking Dead Road to Survival. Mythic Awakenings are a buff to previously released fighters, bringing them in line with current mythic stats and abilities. This new update will make these fighters relevant in the current state of the game, So how can you awaken a fighter? To awaken a fighter, players will need to complete awakening events, specific tournaments, missions, and roadmaps to earn the fighter's specific awakened tokens. The first 2 fighters who are being awakened are Gold Mythic Negan, who we've actually taken a look at, and Gold Mythic Governor. That's going to be Red Gov, Outlast Gov. And I hope to bring you information on him, air quotes, soon. Negan's Awakening event starts on the 10th of the 8th, 2023, and Governor's Awakening event dates will be communicated at a later date. That Negan starts tonight, by the way. Now, some people ask, why did I make a video? Like, why was my video the first thing that got put out as an announcement for this? The reasoning is that little sentence there doesn't really convey what awakenings do. It's very hard to put into words how awakenings work, and you know how this community can be. Even with my video, with actual like video evidence, people were just like extrapolating from that crazy stuff. So like, there are some people who just will go like crazy with it. That's why I did the video, and hopefully that made it a bit more simple for you guys to understand. But we'll go over the rest of the information, and it says it starts tonight and it ends on the 7th, so it's not like a super long. Actually, it is. Sorry, it's a month long. I was doing the numbers wrong about. Oh my god. Players can collect bloodied axes from login calendar, level up tournaments, survival road tournaments, raid tournaments, and Negan roadmaps. I think in all of the tournaments, it's going to be in the milestones. So like, you won't compete with other people for these things. You will just be able to get them for yourself. And I think they replace, air quotes, the worst reward in there. So that's actually kind of cool, especially in level up tournaments. I think it replaces the league tokens, which is nice. Players will need to use bloodied axes as energy to complete the Awaken Negan missions and Awaken Negan roadmaps, and to get Negan's Awaken tokens. Players will need 10,000 Negan's Awaken tokens, plus a fully leveled up Gold Mythic Negan to Awaken Negan in the museum. He needs to be level 720, and that of course means LB3, and that of course means using all the gear medals. All of them. Bronze, silver, gold. So you have to either have them in your like inventory, or you have to already have completely maxed out Negan. Now I did silver medal Negan. I haven't gold medal Negan, so I'm gonna have to spend gold medals. I did gold medal Gov, so I've got a benefit there. Players need to have their Negan leveled up to 720 to exchange it in the museum. However, the talents are not required to be maxed out. So if you've only just got Negan, you don't have to max out all of his passives. You can leave those. If players engage with tournaments, they will have all the required resources to level up Negan. Also, additional gear medals can be earned by engaging with the Awaken Negan weekly mission events. So you will be able to get some of those medals back, which is good. There'll also be a Negan's Awaken token grey market, where players can spend their Negans. They're using the word Negan so often, like Control F Negan, it's like 20 times. Their Negan Awaken tokens for Ultra token bags, Advanced token bags, and Crit Set Paragon. So if you don't like Negan and you don't want to Awaken Negan, there seems to be some potential for other rewards, which we'll check out. Players will need to upgrade the Brute Force skill on Awaken Negan to fully awaken him. The materials and trainers required for the skill upgrade will be awarded to the players when they're claiming the Awaken Negan from the museum. The need to upgrade the Brute Force skill is the technical issue, and the team is working on a fix. We'll share an update once this issue is fixed. I think from what I understand is, I talked about it in the previous video, the way it was communicated to me was because some of these characters had less passives. You know, these new ones have one at grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, LB1, LB2, LB3. So they get all 8 tiers has a new passive or a passive upgrade, right? And generally the main passives come in 2s, and then the main one, like roll passive, comes in 2s. So it's like 4 passives divided into 2 makes 8 upgrades. Whereas the old ones, sometimes they only had 3 passives, the main roll plus 2, and then those 2 could be split into 2, but sometimes they weren't split into 2. Sometimes it was just 1. And I do believe, we'll check out OG Negan, his passives, but I do believe his OG version doesn't have his one of his passives split into 2. So they had to effectively add a new passive to split it into 2 to make it more powerful. We'll have to check it out. And I think when that happens, they can't force it to be upgraded or something like that. It's just some weird like technical issue. But whether they fix that or not is, we'll see. Players can have both Gold Mythic Negan and Gold Mythic Awakening Negan in their rosters. However, they will not be able to use both fighters in the same team. They shouldn't be able to get both fighters to LB3 either. I've actually got Gold Mythic Negan grade 5 on my test region. Sorry, grade 1 on my test region. And the Awakened Negan. And what I'll do is I'll test it out and I'll show that in a video tomorrow if I do a video on this on this info. The numbers hopefully are calculated. Here's the info on Mythic Awakened Negan. I have done a video on this guy if you want to check him out. Should we do quick maths, or is it? Please tell me it's like total. Nope. Okay, 50, 60, 70, 80, 105, 155, 180, 200, 240, 265, 305. So it looks like there's going to be 340 in here. Is that right? 340 in the bloodied axes from the calendar. And then you can get them in level up tournaments. You see, this is placement rewards. And then if we scroll down, there's none there. But if we go to milestone rewards, they are here. So you're going to be able to get a ton here. I'm sure Steve has the numbers here. But the amount of bloodied axes I think you can get is probably a bit more than what you actually required. You're going to get them in SR tournaments as well. Again, not in placement, but they are in the milestones. So let's say you only complete elite, you still will get some bloodied axes. Same for is this a raid tournament? No, this is a Survival Road tournament, and they're actually giving the dates of these tournaments, so that's actually kind of cool. It's going to be a raid tournament. Yeah. Faction Survival Road, another Faction Survival Road. Okay. Now raid tournaments. There you go. Milestone rewards, faction raids. Milestone rewards, solo raids, milestone rewards, faction raid, milestone rewards. Because this lasts how many events is this going to be? Like four weeks. It's going to be tons. And that is tons of stages on this. Look at this. You can't see it, but the scroll bar on the right hand side. There's a lot to scroll down on here. Let's look at the requirements mainly. Any mythic goes on the first one, and this actually rewards blooded axes. Okay, I thought that was a resource that you had to use on a roadmap. So you're going to do a roadmap to get these blooded axes. Interesting, interesting. We'll keep scrolling down. The mythic grade is just increasing. Nothing too crazy on the requirements just yet. Nothing too crazy. Is the blooded axes just the hand in? Is that just the grey market thing? I thought it was the energy. That's actually good. If it's world energy, that's fantastic. Because then if it's difficult for people, it's going to be going up to LB2, and then it'll probably go up to LB3. Nope, LB2 is the worst. You do get 1 copy of Gold Mythic Negan, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you actually get copies of Gold Mythic Negan from Act 8 onwards on the right-hand side, bottom right-hand side. For us out there who have them already maxed out, we get some guild bits. Thumbs up, guys. I've been getting guild bits out of crates recently. Great fun. So we're gonna get some more guild bits. and then if we go down here, awaken. Okay, this is where we need to use the blooded axes as well. Okay, yeah. Okay, now it's gonna be difficult. 1 savior's requirement, and then you're gonna get the actual tokens on the right hand side. A little bit convoluted. You know, the whole like, do this tournament to get blooded axes, to do this roadmap to get awakened tokens, to then spend in the store or spend in the museum. A little bit layered, but you know, at least people can't complain. There's nothing to do. There's way too much to do here. We're going to continue. You need Gold Mythic Negan in this, so you will need to complete the later stages of that original roadmap to be able to do this roadmap if you don't have Negan already. Continues down. Continues down. Now, if you somehow, I know this is going to sound crazy, if you somehow, I can see this being a bug. Anyway, we're going to continue, but we'll continue down, we continue down. I can see there being a pretty big bug here, actually. It's going to require 4 saviors, so it's basically going to be like heavy saviors roadmaps. 5 saviors and requires Negan. And that's the last one. Now, can you guys see the bug I've seen? Can you guys see the bug? Let me see chat. What's the bug that I've seen that could potentially happen on these roadmaps that require Saviors or Negan to get the Negan Awaken tokens? Tell me what I've seen, guys. Tell me. You get more access than you need. That's good. You can't have anything other than grade 1 of OG Negan once you awaken him. Yep. Will there be more free tokens available? Only 222 currently there available. And Glenn LB3 plus Clem alone equals 325. That's the main problem here. No, I think that's it for the free to play. And the worst bit is, and it's not 222, I think it's 212. Not to correct you too much, but I think isn't it 212? It's 150. Oh no, you might be right. 160 plus 62. Okay, yeah. But you spend 150 on Glenn, and then you get 62 back. So you actually have to spend 150 to get that second 62. And then with that 62, you can get 3 mods and have like a weird number left over. Like it's not like a rounded number at all. I hate it. So what's the bug I've seen, guys? Anyone thought about it? The total amount of Negan tokens we'll be able to get from this is 3,000. And this is a weekly roadmap, okay? Is that right? This is weekly. So we'll be able to get 12,000 of this. Did I read that right? It's a weekly roadmap? I didn't see it say it at the top. The Awaken Negan roadmaps will reset each week. The players have a chance to earn 12,000 Negan Awaken tokens during the course of the event from these roadmaps. Now, can you see the issue here, guys? I can see the issue. And yeah. Yeah. The roadmaps require you to have Gold Mythic Negan. But if you claim the new Negan before you complete the final roadmap, you won't be able to do this roadmap potentially, because I don't think it will recognize the new Negan as the same as the Gold Mythic Negan. And I know this because I had to test run the roadmaps on the test server. I have to contact Shucks about that, the community manager, just to say like if the roadmaps need to have a way of allowing the new Negan to be registered as that Negan too, the Awakened version, just in case. Because people could get 10k early, like complete the first couple of acts on this to get 10k, jump over to the thing, get the new Negan, and then try and come back to this, and they can't do it. You have 72 tickets once you have Glenn, so it's enough for 4 times Paragon mods. Okay. Oh, is it actually a round number then? Oh yeah, that is a round number. Okay, I thought it was 62. That's fine then. That's not too bad. You need 8 more tickets to get the weapon though, right? Great. So that one Ultra pull gonna comp for a guaranteed Clem. What trash. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I think, I'm not sure how they could have really done it, like I say, without giving out crazy amounts of the gold tickets and stuff. Do we call him Woke Negan afterwards? Or Negan Awakened? I just called him Awakened Negan. The word is hard to spell, I will say this. I've had to type it a bunch of times, and I've typed it AWAKENENED a bunch of times, like Awakening, and like, because obviously I have this issue where if I type a word too many times in my lifetime, it becomes really, really something that I easily do on the keyboard. And I've typed the word mining a lot because I played games that have mining in it. So a lot of the time, if I ever type MIN on the end of a word, like admin, I always put a G on the end. admining, like it's just like that. Anyway, so there's Awaken Negan missions. Again, these missions will reset every week. Players will be able to earn 3,000 Negan Awaken tokens from these missions during the course of the event. So I guess these ones are only going to come up. Oh, then it's definitely going to potentially be an issue. I 100% have to message Shucks. So you can get more of the things over the course of the event here, and you aren't going to be able to get what, 80 gear medals, gold gear medals. It's a bit, oh no, actually a bit more. Some bronze still. You're going to be able to get a couple of hundreds, but still not anything too amazing here. Weekly missions I like. Win 50 raid battles. At least they didn't do the 300 raid battles. At least they didn't do that. That's okay. Thumbs up a little bit. A little progress. 50 raid battle. Win 50 raid battles is then if that becomes a new norm versus do 200 or whatever it was. Then yeah, ultra token chance bags. So how much do we get overall? We get 16,000. Sorry, 15,000. Negan's 10k. And we have 5k to play with. That's not too bad. All the bags here plus one mod is 4k. 3k even. So another 2k. We can get some random Paragon mods. One random Paragon mod. We can come out of this with a couple of Paragon mods and stuff as well. And these are guaranteed. Like crit set attack versus fast is nice. Attack debuff. Resist attack debuff. Yeah, that's this mod's good because if you use Negan against Rosie, you will get attacked down potentially. So you could potentially use this on particular characters. Okay, it's not too bad. Might as well say LB4. It's nothing like LB4. It's nothing like LB4. Go back and look at how LB3 worked. It gives you new levels on characters. Max level is still 720. Everything's the same as the current characters that are being released. Legitimately, the only thing that's happening is these old characters that nobody uses will get moved up where their power's a little bit more in line with the new ultra and advanced characters that everyone wants to use. That's it. They're still not going to be used as much as those people. I don't see Wales utilizing Negan massively. You know, if it was actually may as well say LB Limit Break 4, everyone would be using that character. It just isn't that way. It just isn't that way. So when things go like the shield update, who knows on the shield update? They might do it before war, they might do it afterwards. War's really close, so we'll have to see. That's why including 8 tickets would have been nice. Then you could have, yeah, but I mean, I talked about earlier, they include 8 tickets. That means that they effectively would sell one less item. They make less money here, they have to make money elsewhere. It's not necessarily good for the game either way. People will forget about how crap this compensation is. It's not like we haven't had crap compensation in the past, but there could have been other things that would have hurt players more in terms of things they'd have to bring out to make up that money. Really awake. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why people aren't seeing this for exactly what it is. In the 6-star era, we got what was it called? It was called what were they called? Something ascendables, where old 5 stars would become ascendables. 5 stars that you had in your roster would become ascendables. And they wouldn't be like top tier, but they'd be decent, they'd be fun, it'd be usable. And that's basically what's happening here. That's basically what's happening here. I'm not excited. Legacy ascendables, that's it. What's up, Signal? Sorry, did I miss you in chat? Ah, no, I didn't. You're just there. You're just there. Looks like pretty good to me. As like I like a grind. It's 4 weeks. It's a month. So it's broken up into weeks. I will say this happening at the same time as the anniversary though. Yo, I was on Tex's stream yesterday, and Tex was just like, "I got so much to do, man. I got so much to do," and it's true. And this hasn't even just started. That's the crazy. That's just the thing. I'm not excited about the Awakening since the most likely thing is that the same thing will happen with the 6-star ascension that was never completed. 6-star ascension. You mean to S-class? I don't know what you mean. The way this is working is that periodically Scopely will choose 1 or 2 characters to become the next Awakened characters, and it will happen every month or so. That's it. They haven't said every character is going to become Awakened. They're just going to choose characters from time to time to become Awakened. I don't remember them even saying all 5 stars will become 6 stars either. It was just, again, I honestly, 5-star Ascension, the Legacy Ascendables, was one of the hype things in the game. If you check my videos, top views, those have the most views because people were very interested about their current roster becoming viable again. You know? People have talked about, like, getting Lydia up because they remember Lydia just being so much fun to use, and now they can't use her because she's fallen off. You know? These things can definitely happen. Is that it? Chance bad content's kind of normal standards. 0.5, 9.5. Then there's the preview video that I made. There we go. I did do a side-by-side comparison in my preview video, guys. Dare I press play here?
Hello, survivors.
Okay. What did you guys think about the side-by-side comparison here? These. I'm gonna try and do that with the new, like, awakened characters, so it's just easy to see. You can see what's new on the character and how it was before, how much of an improvement is made. Like, look, if you think that's Limit Break 4, 800% here. I can go and show you, like, Tyrese, who came out as an Ultra recently, and I'll show you what Limit Break 4 potential is like. That's way more powerful. Way more powerful. They buffed Shield, and right after they updated Negan to counter. That's how this game works, GKM. This is meant to work. The game's meant to work like that. It's meant to be like, has anyone ever played StarCraft? You know, ranged units are good against, like, fighters on the floor. Fighters on the floor are, like, good against something else, and that something else is good against ranged units. It's like a circle. That's how counter stuff works. If this game didn't have counters, it's about A, understanding there's a puzzle, B, being able to utilize the parts to make that puzzle work and winning. But if you understand the puzzle but there's no pieces, like I did actually try out Negan 2 weeks ago with 25% attack. I can tell you, was not fun. Was not fun. Rock paper. There we go. Rock paper scissors. That's how this game works. Now, if the game only has rock and paper, scissors is having. Wait. If the game only has rock and paper, who's in trouble? Rock, right? Rock's in trouble. Paper is like OP, and rock has nothing to do. You know. There has to be the rock paper scissors situation. It has to happen that way. The puzzle is figuring out how to pay your credit card bill. How much do you spend on the game, Steve? I don't think it's too crazy, right? Your battle pass here and there, right? You can get along without spending, I think. You can get along. I don't think you can necessarily be in the top factions to compete for something like War of Champions. But that is, you know, Battle of the Wallets, pretty much. But this is a gacha game, guys. That's how it works. I don't think we should be too surprised. That's how gacha games works. It's pay to win. All gacha games are pay to win. I don't think it's like a secret either. There's no conspiracy theory. It's pay to win. Almost free to play. Exactly. There we go. Now you have, I will say, you have to be a bit more tactical in how you use your tokens, right? You've talked about this in the past. That, as much as you may think that is like something that's harming you, I can guarantee that is something that you enjoy to do. Yeah, see, you saved my 2 ultras soon to... You have to analyze the situation, and that is part of your gameplay. It's part of mine too. Like, part of mine was patience that I had that no one else had because I had to make content. So I had to accumulate tokens where other people, how are you holding on to more than 2 pools? Because I have to for content. It's a very different way to do things, but it creates a scenario that I enjoy. All my battle games are, yeah. Gacha games, anything that has an odds to get something on a wheel. That's how it works, man. That's how it works. I wish there was one button to just say, yeah, I don't want to see any of these like little red dots. None of these red dots. Get rid of these red dots now. Thank you very much for the likes on the stream, guys. I do appreciate it. I have to do the Flare Fest roadmap. I don't even know if I've got enough of these things. I'm going to utilize my Telltale squads. Telltale is the best. We're going to do ×3 as well. Online gambling, to a certain extent. To a certain extent. I've had a few nasty paper cuts in my time, so paper is OP. But imagine you had scissors for hands, Cygnus. You ever thought about having scissors for hands? You never have another paper cut. However, if you know, you might come up against a rock or something, and then, well, you're in trouble. I'm not reading this, J-Fly, because it starts with my mum. There's no way I'm reading this comment. It's zero chance. Okay, let me just read it first. Wait. Okay. My mum's going to be so mad I spent 7,000 this month on her card for Ultra. Okay. Okay. 7,000 on her card for Ultra. I mean, you could just do another 500 on her card for lockdown. She'd never know. Could just say the Ultra tokens too. Write-off. Some sort of write-off, right? But you're going to get spanked anyway. Yeah. I saw that movie. Wait, what? Finish the Ultra roadmap? No. I used to work in a printers on a massive guillotine. I'm gonna be honest, like industrial-sized, certain industrial-sized things that I've used in the past, like guillotines. I've used guillotines in class, like when I was in class and stuff, to make my paper like look nice and stuff like this. But industrial-sized ones scare me because they have to be so sharp, so big. Like just cut someone in half, basically. You finished the Ultra roadmap, nice. There is a second roadmap that I can do. I've seen loads of people talking about the crates. Like I said, I don't know if I've got enough of the collection items. I've been kind of working on content a lot. Like yesterday, I was working non-stop on content, so I don't get like this is the hazards of being a content creator, guys. You have to sacrifice your gameplay a lot to create videos on the game. It's tough. It's a very different style of gameplay than most people are used to. If Telltale gets full defense team, do you think crafting Ducks P90 defensively could be a move? Heals Telltale to... The only downside... Does it have a base stat that's defensive, that's decent? The only time it was dicey was when it came to changing the blade. It was a two-man job. Yeah. Still... This is not something I would want to do. Full show. Full show. Okay, so I think there's 8 acts, 10 stages, 5 energy. That's 400 energy, right? I might not have enough, to be honest. I might not have enough. I think I had like 370. I have heard the Awakening is the brainchild of Player Council, and it is actually they who are proposing the changes to certain characters, and then Scopely approves or disapproves. I can tell you that is not the case. It's not the case. Player Council is solely used as a soundboard. So if Awakenings were brought to the Players' Council, it would be more of a, how does this sound? And then bringing it to the Players' Council to see how the Players' Council react. And then understanding that the wide audience would also react in a similar way, just amplified. And trying to like maneuver around what they're saying to like counter issues. So for instance, if there wasn't enough information on something, yada yada yada. I always just blame Man on the Moon for everything. This is a good way of doing things. 100%. It's attack and gain AP on attack base, I believe. Can't remember the third slot. I've got the weapon, so I can check it out. I just picked up the collector's piece, but I can check it out. The thing is, it's a 5-star weapon straight away, isn't it? If it's a 4-star weapon, maybe, because you could do like 30, 30, 35 plus 45 and a 4 slot. Like, it wouldn't be bad, but it's not that way. I know it's not that way. It's not a 4-star weapon. I know it's not a 4-star weapon. 5-star improves flash. Okay. Yeah. It needs way too much happening there. You probably have to keep the AP. It needs too much, unfortunately. But that last slot does exist. So potentially that could come out again on a defensive weapon. That could come out again on a defensive weapon. That's a little interesting. They could easily bring that 4 slot out on a defensive weapon. Telltale Allegiance each turn. All Telltale Allegiance teammates heal 10% HP for each Telltale Allegiance member on the team. Who would have to hold that weapon though? Would that like replace fast healing on... Or maybe like that would be a tough Clementine weapon, right? Like, maybe that's what the actual Clementine weapon should have been. Instead of what is it? Isn't it like a weird rampage weapon or something that she can't hold? That's actually a nice buff though for a Telltale team. Do you think ticket weapon is viable? It's the stronger attacks burn one, right? Fast always haven't had that many good weapons. There is a nice weapon in Faction Assault, but Fast haven't had that great weapons, to be honest. I don't think it's amazing. Like it did, I can't fully remember what's on it. I'll check it out after this roadmap. But I don't remember being like, wow. I remember it having something that was decent. I think it was the 3rd slot was like, it had an improved, right? But yeah. Krista maybe. She's already got this weapon from the Battle Pass. Like, Krista's weapon in the Battle Pass is actually pretty good. That's alert healing. Now, that potentially could have been Telltale healing, but I don't think they'd ever do that in the Battle Pass because it'd be way too defined and it could put people off. Those sort of weapons would be like in an event or something. But, I think the only one they could really do it is maybe with Clementine. Actually, I know exactly how they could do this. I'm going to message someone from Scriptly about that. Because that is a really good buff, right? That would be really good for a Telltale team. And there's a perfect weapon it could be used on. I know what it is and why it is. The most important bit is why. The most important bit is why. Golden tickets. I wish this was alert. Okay, improve stronger attacks. When attacking, a 60% chance to attack with the stronger trait against the enemy and deal 9. How's that improved? Just the chance of occurring. Okay. Improved pain spreads. When attacking, spread 1 negative status effect for an adjacent enemy for 2 turns. Pain spreads is nice. Is nice. Would you replace the 3rd slot? There's not much you can do on it. So you kind of would have to keep it, right? What could have been there instead of the 3rd slot? Because I think effectively, let's say someone's confused, right? And you want to attack them and spread the confuse, guaranteed effectively if they're just confused. If this improved stronger attacks procs, doesn't it have a chance of spreading the burn instead? So it actually makes that pain spread RNG to a certain extent in terms of like what you could spread. 45% attack. Yeah, I think I'd honestly do that to make it so that the pain spread wasn't RNG. So to be a bit more controlled. Yeah. It would only be... Who could that go on, though? multi-hits or like fast attack characters. Support, control, attack, maybe a medic. Julie? Pain spread? She can hit quite a lot of times with something, right? She could potentially... You can pain spread multiple times, right? Wait, doesn't her... Yeah, you could potentially, like, stun the lead and pain spread the stun to everybody. Right? Huh. And then stun everyone for 2 turns. Or you could give the leader, like, crazy level burn and just spread it to everybody. I'll test that out. I can get that weapon on the test region, and I can make maybe a short video about that. Agent 2, yeah. Although I love Agent with the FA weapon. Him with the FA weapon, like he has that already on his pain spread. Wait, does pain spread? Oh, okay. Potentially he could spread. No, he doesn't do crosshairs. What could he spread off of his own kit? Nothing. Now, Julie looks interesting. Off of turn 1, you could potentially pain spread something quite heavily. Doesn't do infection. Could do bleed burn. Could just do a heavy control. Stun would be obviously great. And she doesn't need anyone else to get that going. That's the great thing. Well, she needs someone to stun the central character, but that's about it. Yeah, that's interesting actually. And then I would probably not even put the 45% attack. I don't know what I'd put on there at that point because she might do too much damage. Crazily enough. Can't hit that. Flares are in there. Okay, are there flares in this? I might have to complete this. Oh no, party poppers in this. Feels like I've missed out on some flares. When's the bodyguard? You mean Human Shield? The Human Shield update is out right now. Like, you can update to it. They just have to flick the switch. You'd assume they'd do it before the war, but yeah. Julie already has 80% pain spread. So how does that work? Does the chance stack? The weapon's 100% chance, so it doesn't matter if it stacks. Now, the thing you would want to know is, does it potentially spread 2 because she has it on her passives as well? Again, I could test this out. Whatever. Start rolling out all the names of the specialist skills. You'll get there eventually. Yeah, but it'll go live whenever. Honestly, like, I think it should have gone live already if they intend to have it for this weekend's war. People do like to test out stuff. Defenses and how to attack stuff. I know some people take the attack stuff in more extremely seriously, so, you know. Meaning a certain... I don't think that's true. Scopely can just flick the switch and say... and force the update where you can't play the game unless you update, and then it's live in-game. They do like people to update first. That's why they have it out on general release first, and then they force it. Because there must be a reason for that. To not have everyone update their game at the same time. I don't know why. Maybe the web portals and stuff don't like that. Not web portals.
Sounds good.
The actual sites. Hey, Mr. C, bro, you're so close. We're almost there, right? I think Lord Bradley should be there. He just only pops down by the chat from time to time. But man, you're really close to the next badge. That's nuts. Nearly 4 years, man. I hope you're doing well, Mr. C. They're gonna ruin war this weekend with some update bug. I mean, it's been in the beta. People have a chance to test it out. It's buffing Rosie for sure. Without the flare comp from the portal, there was 0 extra flares. You had to hit all milestones and level up to get all calendar grants. I think I've done that. Is he ahead in months? Have I not bumped into him? Lord Bradley is, I think, 1 month ahead of you. So he should be at 48 either now or very soon. Like, he might be a couple of weeks ahead of you. He pops by the stream from time to time. Kind of like you. Every now and again pops in, says hello. You still playing All Stars, Mr. C? I'm super busy at work. Like, we had 2 people quit in a week where we with 4 people employed, so it's rough time for sure, but it's what it is. Oof. No, I quit. I got tired of it like you did. I mean, I didn't get tired of it. It was very samey, you know. I'll say that's one thing that RTS has always done well, is they've always made, like, the new events don't always feel like exactly the same, and it does feel a little bit new, and they rotate how they do stuff a little bit. So it is pretty good there, but yeah. But yeah. If you're looking to play a game, Mr. C, I have actually started playing a new game that is pretty good fun. But you said you're busy with work, so I guess you're not. It most likely killed it for me when world stages has to be beaten more than twice. Yeah, apparently, like, you have to do it 3 times in some. It's like, yikes. Yeah, seeing this just said it. Watcher of Realms. It's actually pretty good fun. It should update after war. We don't know. We don't know Twisted Nexus. It could be before, could be after. It could be forced tonight, it could be forced tomorrow, it could be forced while I'm streaming. No, I don't mean tournaments. Tournaments are never fresh. I'll 100% agree with that. War is not fresh. SR's not fresh. Level up tournaments are not fresh. Raid tournaments are not fresh. But in terms of, like, the way Scope League does their events, you know? Like the anniversary event, we haven't had an event like this for ages, so it feels fresh, you know? We did get a couple of same events after another, like Julie event, John event, Andrew event, Raulito event. They didn't last super long, like 2 weeks, but they all felt quite samey. What's the game like? It's tower defense, but it might sound like you wouldn't like it, but it's really cool. It's really cool. I did a stream of it on my channel like 2 weeks ago. I have actually made a second YouTube channel for that. I do plan to make some content on that game. It is pretty good fun. I'm enjoying it. I just got to the 2 week mark today, and I got like 2 weeks you get this character, and I tested them out. They're sick. They're so good. I see none of you have Baldur's Gate 3, otherwise you wouldn't even be here chatting. Baldur's Gate 3, I've seen some clips from that. It looks interesting. Some parts I don't like. I don't fully like RNG, where it's like it determines the outcome of my choice. You know? Like the choice I make. Unless I'm misinterpreting how it works. Like, you have to roll a dice to make a choice. Or is it like you make a choice and you have to roll a dice to see how effective that choice is, maybe? I don't know. I'll try it, why not? Yeah, it's called Watcher of Realms. Good fun. Good fun. I think if you start it today, you should get the pulls event come up tomorrow. So when you get your new pull, when you get pull tokens, you'll get the event tomorrow, where you have 2 times chances of getting characters. I wouldn't pull outside of those events, to be honest. And they happen every weekend. It's pretty good. I liked no repair war the best. I like one repair wars or no repair wars for sure. It's just quick wars. Dice rolls in the background, but I've seen clips where it's like legit, like on the front of the screen. It's like in the middle of your screen and it rolls a dice, like a D20. I mean, I will probably play that game. It looks interesting. I don't like the fact that there's no potential for DLCs. They've said they're never going to do DLCs. The game came complete, and it's like, cool. But if the game's really successful, I kind of want to play more eventually, you know? They could have said there's not going to be a DLC for the first 2 years. I think that's fine. Does the bit shop reset when current one ends? Yes. Bit shop, Mythic Markets, they reset. The currency for those stores remain, so they go over to the next store. So you can get the good stuff from one store, let it reset, and then get the good stuff again when it resets. Mythic Market, some of the stuff does get removed though. The gold mythic characters go away, except the ones that are worth 20,000. Those ones always come back. The ones that are worth 10,000 that you see there right now will go away, and then a new batch of characters will come in. No problem, you're welcome. They will release an expansion. Oh, okay. That's fine then. That's fine. That'd be fine. Yeah, I've seen some pretty good stuff. I saw some video where, like, I think it was Asmongold was just reacting to it, and someone was like, was interacting with a squirrel and then rolled like a 20, and then like drop kicked it or some stuff against the tree. It's like, what? It was bizarre. It was bizarre. How bizarre. No playthrough will ever be the same as the last. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I've only ever played one game ever through more than once. So whenever anyone says like a different game every time you play through, that means nothing to me because I only ever play it once. You know, and it's funny because the one I've played more than once, the variation of the gameplay was very small because it was Telltale, The Walking Dead. So like it was just about like minor story details. There is actually a new Walking Dead game coming out, guys. Did you see it? I don't think it's going to be very successful, but you never know. It's basically an Among Us Walking Dead. It's 8 people playing against zombies, you know, walkers that are walking around. And 2 of the people are bad guys, traitors, and they have to sabotage the efforts to survive. I randomly saw a video about it. I was like, huh, I mean, it looks interesting, but I don't think it's going to be great. Like, they're trying to do the Among Us thing, but I think it's A, too late, and B, it's not as simple as Among Us. Among Us was successful because it was extremely simple. Try playing it as a smart-ass, chaotic, evil mage, then try playing it as a stoic, lawful, good warrior, and you will see an entire different appearance. I mean, that sounds pretty cool. The whole, like, roleplay side of things is really good for people into that. I generally only play things one way. I'm generally, like, you know, I'd say like neutral good, generally speaking. I don't try and do evil things, but I could see the fascination with doing like an evil playthrough. Like for fun. haven't seen how the combat system works. I need to properly check it out, honestly. But the game I'm looking forward to comes out next month, and it's called Starfield. That game I am very much looking forward to. It's a Bethesda game, so you know it's going to have bugs. No, but I hope it's going to be like, it looks vast. It looks like Skyrim in space, basically. But it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Fallout in space, yeah, basically, yeah. It's so hard to play even if you are inherently a good person, and it's kind of against my nature to like obviously they give you like the arsehole response every now and again, and it's just like I just can't do it too much. Not Bethesda. I know, but have you seen trailers for this game? Is to see it looks sick. It looks so good. It looks so good. It's a first-person shooter in space with a generated world, and it's got hundreds of planets, thousands of planets. It's called Starfield. Comes out in 1 month's time. Oh man, I've not really been excited about games for a while, but with my new PC, it's like, yo, what should grab from weekly crate? Gunner Andrew or Commander John? I think Commander John is the best character in that crate, personally. Highest usability. Even as an individual character, he's great. But in a team, you know, with synergy, cool too. Absolutely crazy, this Negan. I think he's pretty good. I think he's pretty good. I like the fact that his weapon got boosted. That's nice. Not just for Negan, obviously, but it's nice to see just because of the potential for what it's going to be like for other characters in the future. John plus Sarge is moi. Does oh no, it's not. It's Sarge is for debilitating, right? Yeah. And these stages are taking ages. I'm doing ×3 as well, and this is with Telltale, which is generally going to be one of the quicker takedown teams. Okay, after this round, I'm going to take a break from this, and then we're going to just check out Negan. I want to check out how many passives he has, because Mr. C doesn't know about this. They've literally just announced on him, Mr. C, called Awakening in RTS. You can basically compare it, like if you remember how Legacy Ascendables used to work, when you had a 5-star, right? And let's just say a 5-star that isn't an ascendable. So let's go for a decent one that some people actually have. Okay, good one. This Amy was pretty decent. Reviver, pretty terrible specialist skill, but pretty decent reviver. I think all teammates are pretty good, decent healer. Sorry, and a buffer. She could have just been selected randomly. Oh, you saw my video. I'm just surprised. Okay. I wonder what Negan's got. I'm pretty sure Negan has got less passives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh. What was it that they had issues with? They had issues with something. It's the new passive they've got issues with. I think the new passive... I wonder why the new passive has issues. Apparently you have to max out yourself. They are compensating us for that, but this was one of the characters that had quite a lot of passives. But you can see he is missing one at grade 5, whereas most characters would get a grade 5, and it's because some of the old characters had signature move and rush upgrades. Like every character had 8 upgrades, but some of them had it in their rushes and signature moves, whereas they don't do that anymore. Oh, is it bulky that's the issue? I thought it was a different one. Oh, there's no bulky 2 here. Maybe that's the issue? I don't know. I'll have to find out. Yeah, Ragged Wounds is replaced. I can't remember the name of the one that they replaced it with. That's the bit I'm kind of blanking on. I can't remember the name of the thing they replaced it with. Oh, it's not 8. Or is it 8? It's 7. It's 7. I should be able to complete the roadmap. If it was 8, I'd be in trouble. I've got 25 extra. I thought I sort of maybe yeah. I think I've got 25 extra right now. I thought I was 25 short, but it's only 7 roadmaps, not 8. Who's looking to like awaken Negan as soon as possible? Is there anyone looking to awaken him ASAP? I think that the fastest you can do it is probably by week 3. Like maybe in the first couple of days of week 3 you could probably have done it. Or maybe in day 1. So in like 15 days I think is the fastest you can do it. So just before the next CRW. This CRW you're going to have War against Shield without focus, and then the next one you potentially will have focus. I'm going to wait until I know it's okay. I'm definitely going to do it, obviously, because content creator kind of the thing to do. It's, you know, awaken stuff and have stuff to utilize and show off. It's kind of how it works. I'm going to wake up Negan. Thanks for that, Brennan. Brennan hasn't spoken for like an hour. Depends if there's offers, tokens for sale. I mean, there's 15,000 tokens available in the event, right? He needs 10,000. Now, how do we get the tokens after the event? I want to know that. I think they should add a crate to faction assault resets, where you can get 500 a reset. That's not a lot. It would take you over a year to get a fully maxed out character, but at least that was an avenue. I'm grinding out roadmaps on 2 accounts. Okay, I let you off. I let you off. It's pretty brutal right now. I let you off. Like, this is how brutal it is for the roadmaps, guys. I'm actually doing roadmaps off stream because I don't want to have to do every single roadmap on stream. Like, Gold Mythic tokens I've been doing off stream because, like, no one wants to watch that. No one wants to watch what I'm doing right now, but there is something that there is actually worth doing here. This is the game. This is gameplay. I wish it was more difficult roadmaps. One wave. Easier, like, faster to do, but more thought process rather than just hitting auto button. I do wish that too. I do wish that. That's about it. But we're potentially going to get that with the Negan roadmaps because it requires saviors and Negan and stuff. What's a good saviors team, do you think? Negan leads. Rhodey. Wayland's. The other spots are the ones that are debatable. I use Connor and Razzo in Faction Assault. Maybe Razzo would be good for control. But I don't think Connor is that amazing. But I could have strong attacks, and I'd have 3 strong attacks, 3 characters for the strong attacks weapon. Look how many flares Tex had. So they sell well more than you'll ever use. Don't know why this would be an exception. Oh, you mean, well, you talking about the tokens for the event? I was talking about Negan tokens. Woke Negan fighting for equal workforce pay and liberating his female captors. Didn't Negan have like 10 wives? I don't think he's that kind of guy. I use Steve. I do not have Steve. Negan tokens could be for sale. I'd be surprised if they sold Negan tokens. I mean, they could for the event to finish the store. But Awakening Negan is 100% free to play. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing that they sell extra tokens to make money on people trying to complete the store. Or, if people want to get Negan 2 weeks earlier than everybody else, I think they should be able to sell tokens straight away with that. At the end of the day, if they can make money out of impatience, I think that's the best way they can make money in the game, is out of impatience. Because if I'm eventually going to get the thing that someone else has got anyway, guaranteed with Negan, I'm definitely going to get enough to awaken him. And someone just wants to pay like $20, $30, $40 to get him 2 weeks earlier, to use him in one extra CRW, that doesn't break the game. Breaking the game is how Ultras and Advanced currently work, where like you get a character and other people just can't get them, basically. I don't like that. If Ultra and Advanced did eventually become free to play, it wouldn't be as bad, but at the moment there's no trickle down there at all. That trickle down economics does not function. Does not. Introductory hit is always cheap or free. Get him hooked then change for governor, since he has chance to be OP in Clem and Hina teams. I mean, if every event's going to be like Negan's, it's not going to be too bad. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how they're going to do with the governor. Maybe they might do one per month that's accessible, like Negan, and then the other one could be less accessible. We'll have to see. They're definitely going to want to make money on it at the end of the day. They're definitely going to want to make money on it. But as the first one that's come out, it looks pretty accessible from that one. What I think they should do is run 2 roadmaps at the same time and make it so you can only pick one of the characters per month if they're going to do 2 a month. Now you get to choose Negan or choose Governor as a free-to-play. And then the whales get the second one. So it's almost like every month there's a pick your side on Awakenings. I think that would be legit. Also makes it so that there's more likeliness that the characters are actually going to be decent, because if you want people to pick up one for free and then spend in the other one, both of them have to be pretty decent. Stop that. Pick your side was amazing. Pick your side was amazing. It was done well, because both characters in the pick your sides were good. Free to play got a good character, and Wales had to spend to get the second one. Generally speaking, the pick your sides has been one of the best events from RTS. From like they make money, free to play get a good character, Wales get 2 good characters. I think all round that's probably one of the more solid styles that they've done. Still the best. Yeah, exactly. I think everyone comes out of it feeling pretty good. You know, free to play sure would want both characters, but like I say, it has to be a bit of a realistic thought process about this. The gap is so huge. Free-to-play need all the help they can get right now. Yeah, I still think that some of the earlier Ultra Advanced need to be trickled in somehow. Somehow, you know. That was immediately countered by the first decap. What was? It's a gacha. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Money should be free. Rosie should be accessible. We get a mythic market reset, guys. You never know. I always keep my hopes up with this stuff. I'm generally someone who like has high hopes and positive thinking. I always hope that they're gonna make things a bit better. The mythic market reset comes in. We'll see. Maybe they put an old advance in there for like 25k per claim. Choose your side, Jesus. That was the tune, wasn't it? One was choose your side, Jesus. The other one was choose your side, Dwight. I picked up Dwight. Jesus was good, but in my mind, if I killed Jesus, there was no revives, whereas Dwight was crazy powerful. He one-shot anybody in the game. Dwight was one of the most OP 5-stars there was, and very few people picked him up, except Wales. Because a lot of the free-to-play took up Jesus, and I took up the Dwight. And Dwight was so much fun on attack. Where is he? He was so much fun. Was it this one? Deals 600% damage, minus 80% defense, and stun for 1 turn to one enemy. Absolute nuke. He didn't have a good lead skill though, but he had a good rush for sure. And then was it revived? There was 2 revived Jesus, right? And that was the faction assault one. Was it this one? This was the one from, yeah, this was the choose your side one, right? Deal 350% to one enemy. This fighter regains 40% of their max HP. Revive one teammate with 40% of their max HP. And then his lead skill wasn't even that good either. Maybe like for roadmaps for against walkers. But most people picked up this guy. This was the one from Faction Assault. I never got this guy, I don't think. Because again, a lot of people went for Jesus in Faction Assault. No, I'm going to Z. I picked up, honestly, I want to say the 5-star GOAT. This guy has to be one of the best, if not the best character in the 5-star era. Just in general, free to play and Wales alike. This was such a good character and such a good leader. Like, just the amount of defense you get in this character was nuts. Turn 2 rush on like your entire team. To this date, best ever event made, yeah. And they've done a couple since. They have done a couple since. They've done choose your side in 6-star era, choose your side in like... They've even done it in the Mythic era. The one in the Mythic era was a bit more obvious to pick the side of, though. Because wasn't it like... it was Michelle and Ophelia. I still don't have Ophelia, though. Where is she? Where are they, should I say? Actually, how far can I... It's quite a long time ago. There you go. Michelle and Ophelia. And I think Michelle was pretty obvious, the better kitted character. And she just obviously looks sick as well. But yeah. But yeah, I think pick your side is honestly one of the nicest things. And I hope that's how they eventually structure this Awakening situation. Where you get to pick one of the 2. If they're not gonna make, if they're gonna make one spent for, let free to play pick which one they want. You know. Best advice you ever gave me picking that Dwight, man. The best advice I ever gave you was 5 years ago. Whatever. That's bad. 5 years of terrible advice. I peaked way too early. To this day, yeah. He was like one of the first free-to-play Revive characters. This is true, but I kind of felt like Revive was kind of overrated. I'm gonna be honest. Revive was kind of overrated. Hot take. When you only had one Revive, it was overrated. When you had multiple, that's when it got crazy because of the whole Revive chain thing. But picking up a solid single target damage nuke was much better for me. There's 5 times of 3 ultras in the Joshua bonus roadmap, no paywall unless you count the allegiance locks. First time ever for anything more than 1 times. Oh right, yeah, and that's completely free to play, right? That is actually pretty good. Is it the Joshua one? Yeah, Joshua bonus map. What's up, Galsman? Welcome to the stream. I'm doing good, thanks. But yeah, I took the risk with, honestly, picking Dwight was a little risky, but I just looked at his rush and I was like, I don't have anyone who can guaranteed kill somebody. And it was just so good. And I'm glad I didn't come out of it like disappointed. I was happy. I was happy with my pick. Happy enough anyway. We're going to do the Clementine giveaway today, guys. I didn't do it on Tuesday because I mean it hadn't been running for that long, but now it's been running for 10 days. I like to run the giveaways for like around 10 days. I'll do that giveaway, like draw it in about 10-15 minutes. 10 to 15. If you haven't entered the giveaway, you still can. I'll link you to that right now. Clementine preview video. Wow, it's a long time ago. I've been doing some contents. Hopefully that link doesn't get cut off. It got cut off. 1 second.
The drone age has begun in the large.
Yeah, I know. Edit video. I can get a shorter link. Let me get a shorter link that works in the chat a little bit nice. There you go, that shouldn't get cut off. That's where the giveaway is. I believe you have to type Clementine as your entry phrase. I do it as part of a sentence. You don't have to do it as part of a sentence. Like, I won't re-roll people who don't, but YouTube might block your comment if you don't. I mean, it's unlikely, but sometimes it can pick it up as spam. You need slots in the Riot map. The Joshua needs decent walker team since you'll occasionally hit some mega walkers. There's more than enough sunglasses available. Okay, I generally take this team against like the problematic walkers because it's all round. You get 100% crit rate at the beginning of the first 3 turns. It's really good against walkers. Multi-hits, revive, golden shield. This is the best all-round team in my opinion for those road maps. Just because you're generally going to crit people a lot and you've got guardian shields everywhere and revives. Yeah. Big thumbs up from this. Big thumbs up. What are we on? 1-4. Man, it's taking ages. I'm gonna finish this act and then I'll finish the other acts off stream because yeah, this is a big old grind. We will have to see how hard this Awaken Negan roadmap is, though, because if it is an extremely hard roadmap, when it costs energy, like a specific energy, that could be the problem. Or like, at least it could be a problem. Are we able to get 5 times Shane's? Yep, from what I understand. It's Shane, Rosie, or Alpha. Unfortunately, those are 3 ultras that I have already got, and there is no other option for choice in that those crates. Like, I can't take gold mythic tokens instead, which I would definitely take. Unfortunately, this is like the 3rd or 4th time they've done it in like the last 2 to 3 weeks. I've been walking away with so many guild bits from crates, it's crazy and annoying at the same time. So like, when everyone else is getting like all these ultras and stuff, I'm getting guild bits. Feels great. Feels great. And I only just got my Rosie like maxed out in the last month or so, or like couple of months. Okay. 2 more stages, and we're done. And then we're done. This is a grind fest. Absolute grind fest. What is the stuff that I'm getting here just for the store? Yeah. I'm gonna fit a couple of thousand at least. Shane is nice, but I think Trader is just doing too much. Yeah, it's very hard to replace Trader. And I also said in the past, I prefer my damage dealers with a specialist skill personally. Just so they do extra stuff with it. Whereas a leader who's got control-based stuff doesn't need, you know, a specialist skill as much. That's why Trader's still just the MVP of the leaders. Don't forget the Gold Rush for map 2, 12 acts, 10 stages. I've done every act except the last, I believe. Okay, so we're just over halfway through this. I need to get through this in the next 3 hours. The Gold Rush one, I've got a little bit more time. I think I'm on the last one. Yeah, that opens in 15 hours. Yeah, I did this one off stream just because. Yeah, just way too much. Way too much. Way too much to do. Okay, there's a one that's got 3 hours left. Oh, okay. Nothing too important. I'll pull these. But I'm thinking if you could use Trader support and combo with Shane leads. Yeah, I mean, he still gets a lot of his stuff. He still gets like the stun. So, I mean, everything still works. But like, Shane Lee does defense down on this lead, right? That would be the only good thing about using him over Trader lead. I don't think Trader's lead skill is like amazing. But he just is a attack lead, you know? So it's just like, yeah. Still going for that like really rare 5-star weapon here, or 4-star weapon. It's the Revive Katana. When we get a blowtorch, we're gonna skip 2 blowtorches. Amazing. We get a 4-star weapon or a blowtorch, we skip. Those are the main things we're looking for. Kukri. OG. Vincent's Momentum Combat Knife. Better chance to leech life when attacking. 9 more pulls. Hey, instant 4-star. That's the revive weapon, right? No, it's not. 2 4-stars in a row. I might not have got this weapon. It looks so good. Oh my god, it looks nice. But the stats are terrible. If only I had 30, if it had 30% HP, I'd upgrade this weapon because it looks so good on the left-hand side. Like, that is a weapon they need to like take the visuals of and use elsewhere, because like no one, you never see this weapon because no one will upgrade this. No one would upgrade this at all. We also get Abraham's camouflage rifle. Another 4-star weapon. We've got 3 4-star weapons in the same pool. 4 4-star weapons. What's the odds on a 4-star weapon? 10%. Okay, it's not crazy. It's not crazy. Okay, are we gonna do the giveaway? I believe we're gonna do the giveaway. I believe we're about to do the giveaway. If you want to enter, guys, the link is in chat. Clementine's video, I've spelled her name wrong. But her link is in chat to the video to enter. We'll draw the winner in just a second. Shane has Ransack in his passes. If you give him Ransack weapon, does he steal more buffs? Yeah. But if he has Ransack, he doesn't have 1535, and he doesn't have 1535. There's low damages for the entire team. His special weapon is the one to do. The one that's in this event, actually. That's the one to do. Wait a sec. Wait a sec. Wait a sec. They've given out more copies of Shane from the last anniversary event as an ultra than they have of Rick, who is an event character. Yo. That is messed up. A little bit messed up. Just a little bit. Just a little bit messed up. Is the next Mythic Market reset meant to be a new character, air quotes, from what we kind of understand as the cadence? It doesn't necessarily mean it is going to be, but like, if everything happens as it has happened, is what we should get, right? Yep. Yep. Wonder what they could do. I wonder. Okay. Oh no, it's not my energy spent. One more. I'm just about to finish. Am I in bronze or gold? I think I'm in gold. Please send me gold. I might be in bronze. I might be in bronze. I think I am too. Yeah. Yep, I'm gonna have to be canning tomorrow. Fun times ahead. Go get those party poppers. Yeah. What can we get with the party poppers? Isn't it in the store here? Or is it energy? I guess it's energy just for more party blowers, right? I'm gonna go for the crates first, probably. And then I'll probably go for this weapon. This weapon looks so good unupgraded. Without the silencer, it actually looks really interesting. Maxim 9. Interesting. Sounds like a French weapon. I bet it's made by the French. Maxim 9 just sounds like a French-made weapon. Alright. Let me just double check. This new roadmap that's popped up. Popped on you drop. Yeah, it just gives... Okay, yeah. Cool, 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 cool. Cool, 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 cool. And is there missions associated with that? Oh no, it's the roadmap, right? Like when you complete the roadmap, you get the collection item. You got to get all of these for the avatar, every single one. Why do I get some of these back? Oh, is that for an extra roadmap? Yeah, the extra roadmap on the right hand side. Man, these mini events are popping up. They're just like, yeah. Okay, let's do the giveaway. Pick a winner. I still got the YouTube link in my copy paste. I do. Fetch. I believe the keyword was Clementine. Pretty sure. Let me just double check that. I mean, I think it was that. I'm gonna go ahead and say it was that because I just double checked and loads of people said it, but it is a Clementine video, so people could have just been saying it anyway. Oh no, wait, it wasn't that. It was kick the knee, wasn't it? Kick the knee. No, wait, was it? No, that was Jane. My bad. Sorry. It was just Clementine, right? I'm just gonna use Clementine. Yeah, I'm just gonna use that. Okay, let me set up. Fetch, anything goes. No, we want to do Clementine. There we go. Kicking it was Jane, yeah. The entry phrase is Clementine, spelled correctly this time. Use it as part of a sentence so don't get spammed by YouTube. You're risking it if you don't, but yeah. Did Steve just lose his membership? Yeah, he did. Look, from one comment to the next, he lost his membership. That's funny. The allegiance locks it in the right, yeah, and then it went. Don't forget GRO maps. That's how it goes. It goes as quick as that. There's 60 extra poppers with the 100 cent in your inbox. Scopes did bad math and didn't originally provide enough. Have we got that 100 yet? I think we have, right? I'm not sure. I think we have. This giveaway, by the way, guys, is a big giveaway. It's 20,000 Ultra tokens to one lucky winner. 20,000. It's a Clementine special, but it's also because we didn't have any characters for 2 weeks come out, so I had accumulated tokens for my giveaways. Everyone should have been already sent 100, okay. You'll be back on the walls again soon, Steve. I think Steve's membership, what badge were you before? Orange. I think that's 2 to 3 months, I'm not sure. I think Steve's been getting gifted, Steve, from like Christian and Bashalm and Tex as well. I've been doing some gifteds on my channel where I think Steve's got them. Okay, I'm going to roll this out in just a second, guys. Like I say, one person's going to win 20,000 Ultra tokens. 20,000 Ultras. It's pretty big. It's pretty big. Okay, here we go. I hit continue, and it should tell me how many people entered, and then I can just draw the winner, and then one name will pop up on the screen, and that'll be the winner. They'll have until Monday's stream to claim the giveaway, the prize, or it'll get re-rolled on my stream. I will message them on their winning comment on that Clementine video. 86 entries. The winner of 20,000 Ultra tokens is going to be Florentina Luca. Can't wait to have Clementine in my team. I will message the winner responding to their comment on that video. And like I said, they have until Monday to claim their prize. 20,000 Ultra tokens. Big price. Big price. Congratulations again, though, Florentina. If you claim your tokens nice and early, you could even spend them on the Clementine wheel if you wanted. Congratulations. Yes, congrats. Congrats. Yeah, SR's brutal, man. I still think, like... Is anyone with me? They should halve the stages from 25 to 12 and make it 2 energy per stage. Is anyone with me? Is anybody else? The pure issue I have is not the energy, it's the amount of stages. Like, legit, they could change it to 6 stages and make it cost 4 energy a stage, and I'd love it. I'd love it. That would be a godsend. 8 stages, 3 energy a stage. You know? That one's a bit messed up because of the whole, you'd have to wait for cooldowns, otherwise your cans, that'd be kind of a messed up situation. But they could make it so that when you use cans in SR, the excess energy just goes into overflow, how it works with world energy. They could easily do that. I hope they're looking at quality of life of some of these stuff. Like the new team members, I really do. I really do. Okay, let's check out what else we've got to do. So we've got to do the Riot Challenge roadmap. I'm pretty up to date on this. I'll just do this one right now. I'm pretty up to date with this. I've been kind of auto-filling on this. And I have been given an absolute shambles of a team. I think it's Skybound X1, which is decent. I don't think there's a good leader. Is there a good leader in either? Not really, right? I'll just put in Gov. No. Last I saw, last quick life was about gear medals. what was the last quality of life with gear medals? I can't really remember the last proper quality of life thing we had. We had the one last year was honestly amazing. The daily missions that we had to do, you know, our daily login missions effectively. If you're a certain level, you just auto-complete everything. Amazing. You know, I think they kind of respect that. People who've been playing this for years, they don't have to do their daily missions every day still. 7 stages, 1 boss stage. What's on that? Oh, you mean in SR? That could actually be really cool. That could be a cool idea, Cygnus. That could be really cool. On player council announcements, they said they were looking into how gear medals were too scarce as a resource. Alright, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say that's quality of life. Quality of life is basically like making things not take as long as they have, or that's about like abundance of certain. Wait, why am I not wrecking this stage? What's going on? I don't appear to be doing any damage. I mean, they're not either. But I don't appear to be doing any damages. It's like being able to move teams to other... yeah, that was true. That was true. The team movement was nice. I don't think that was, like, crazy, but it was nice. They nearly had a big win from myself, but they didn't fully do it. And it was the... what was it called? The roadmaps. Not roadmaps, unequipping mods. I thought they were going to do it where you could unequip mods from your entire roster. Massive win if they would have done that. But they did it per character, and honestly it's not as fast as still the like cheat way I do it. The way I do it is still slightly faster. Man, these have got buff stats. Because these guys are just taking barely any damage. Yeah, 60k defense, 80k defense. Yeah, these guys just don't have this. Okay, we need to just set up all of our stuff at the same time. Yeah, I'll command her actually. Okay, who's weak? Him? I think him. Yeah, that's him gone. Focus with him. Yeah. Then I guess I'll go for him. Get rid of the healer. Being able to move, yeah. I mean, so they have done some nice quality of life, but that's what I'm saying. They haven't done any around tournaments for a while. I like to see there to be some more in the mod scrap building. Mod scrap building is pretty horrible. We talked about on my stream a couple of times how much mod scrap you can hold, how much you can daily gain. You know, that sort of thing is a pretty big deal. Okay, we should have him taken out as well. There we go. We'll get there eventually, guys. We'll get there eventually. Should be dead. 15k burn. They both have 18k burn. How did they like? Whatever. They should be good. It should be good. Good night, Bretlands. Thanks for dropping in, man. Good night. That made that stage look difficult. It was just very tanky. I mean, I don't have these characters like fully massively upgraded, to be fair. I guess I just can't let them get too much of a stranglehold on the stage. It's the same stage as last time. We'll go for William first. Or will we? I don't know. How am I getting AP downed? Leave me alone. Did you finish the first romance? I think they have 2 hours left. Nah, I've got 3 stages to do, 3 acts to do. I'm not going to do them on stream, I just did 5 acts. It's like, or whatever, 4 acts. I'm going to have a break after my stream and then just run through them. Okay, 1 decapped. That didn't work. Okay, that worked. That worked. How you guys doing on the event? Keeping up with the roadmaps? Really hope they have Laurie be one of the next characters to be awakened. Really like her kit, especially the death down on kill. Is that the Mythic Trial? Atlanta Trial. Yeah, I like Morgan to be boosted. I like Morgan. But we'll see what happens. I hope they stick to the original characters though. Like the character that they just did right is part of this progression mission. And you can see him here. I hope they do some of these other characters too. This is really good for free to play, but also some of these characters are legit. Like, you can imagine if they awakened this Michonne. She was amazing. Still has like some pretty decent parts of her kit right now. The thing that's problematic with her, she's just behind the time in stats. You know, her stats are just falling off, and her percentages are just a bit bad. I've already got her maxed out as well, so it's amazing for me. But like her stats, like these OG characters just had 2 balanced stats, whereas these new damage dealers have like less defense, less HP, but more damage. So they'll have like 36k attack, but like 20k defense and 20k HP. And yeah, that'd be good. Even Cal's in the progression missions. I think he's amazing, even as it stands. But if he's got better stats and a bit more usability, yeah, Cal, like his kit just made a little bit more sense. Like he adds some crosshairs, so if they could add crosshairs to parts of his kit or something, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I might try and ask the developers if I can like present them with some questions. I'm getting quite a lot of questions about, and then maybe we could get some official answers about the long-term ideas on Awakenings, and see if I'm allowed to present that in a video or something. Because I'm getting a lot of questions. Some of them I even know the answers to, but I'm not allowed to say anything about. So obviously, if I present that to Scope Leader, maybe they'll be okay with it, you know. But yeah, Awakenings are going to come tonight, guys. If you haven't heard about it, Negan's going to be the very first character to be awakened. It's an optional thing. There is an event tied to it. You can progress through the event, and you don't have to go for him if you don't want to, but you can if you want to. If you want to find out more about Negan himself, I have got a preview video on my channel, and I've got a little preview of Awakening system itself. And then you can roll back this stream and look at the beginning of the stream. And I did go over the Negan event in quite a bit of detail. Quite a big event. A lot of stuff to go over there. I need to like condense that into like a small video probably tomorrow. Just like how to get Negan or something. But yeah. I think I'm going to wrap up my stream right now, guys. I have got 2.5 hours to complete that Flare First roadmap. I should be fine. I should be fine. I've got more than enough of the items. 175. I need 150. I thought it was 8 acts, and I would have been in trouble if that was the case. But yeah, I'll see you on my next stream, guys. It should be a War Weekend stream on Saturday, right? I will be really releasing some content. I'll get there in the end. I'll be releasing some content tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But that is the end of my stream today. I want to thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for the milestones of people's memberships on my channel. Really appreciate the support, guys. The green names and people who do gifted like memberships. Honestly, the only reason I can keep doing this stuff is because of the support. So I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much for tuning in, though. And as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving. Goodbye, goodbye, guys. Goodbye, goodbye.